Today, let's recap one of my favorite movies. This is Nerisa, year 2021, but before we start, I want you to know that I am giving a weekly giveaway to my subscribers, so if you want to take home some of our giveaways, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's get started. The movie begins with the couple Nerisa and Abid, where they talk about their dreams in life and their preparation for their future. And Nerisa also thanked Abid that he accepted her, as if it was said in the movie that Nerisa is hiding something. After kissing, Nerisa invited Abid to do what married couples often do. The battle has begun. In the next scene, Abid's job as a fisherman in the sea is shown. And here we can see Abid standing in front of the sea while having coffee where his younger sister called him, whose name is Lilette, where he was given a cooked dish. And here Lilette explained to us that no one knows Nerisa's real name, no one knows where Nerisa is from, who she is, or what she is, and the people of the island gave her the name Nerisa. And Lilith said that she was happy with Nerisa's arrival in their lives, because she had an ally, even though Lilith knew that Nerisa's world was Abid only. And Lilith told us that back then, the men from the island were looking forward to Nerisa, they wanted to taste her. And Lilith told us that there are many gossips in their area, you can discover a lot in people's words. And in this scene we are introduced to Abid's mother, Segunda, who supported the couple Abid and Nerisa. And Lilith told us again that Nerisa is very mysterious, and she is also mistaken for a criminal who is just hiding on the island, and there are also people who think that she might be a prostitute like Joni. But most people believe that she is a mermaid, because that's where mermaids go. Just like people, they also look for true love. But Lilith also told us that mermaids are bad luck on an island. Abid asked him where he came from but he couldn't answer, so the people wanted to return him to the sea. Because the mermaids on the island is really unlucky. So Abid will fight for him, that's why he thinks of Abid, he is his savior. And in the next scene, here we are introduced to Michael. It is said that his parents are rich, and they have 5 boats. And Lilith said, Michael is the one who gives color to her world. And of all the children in their area, he was the only one who was able to study in Manila. And when Nerisa arrived on the island, Lilith's perspective changed, not only in her personality, but also in her being a woman, and Lilith was happy to be with Nerisa. And Abid told his father that he was very happy with his life. And we were shown how Abid can really enjoy his wife Nerisa. They enjoyed each other for almost 2 minutes. Sorry guys, can't show it on YouTube. And in the next scene, here we are shown the fishermen don't catch much fish. Fishermen want to go far away where there are a lot of fish. The problem is that countries are competing for the sea, they said, and where small boats like them are being overturned by bigger boats. And the radio just said that some fishermen have died in the area where there are many fish. And in the next scene, we can see that Michael is talking to the barangay captain, and they are talking about the small celebration that will be held in the barangay. After the barangay captain allowed them, Michael and Lilith and their friends are looking for a place to have a party in their place. And the scene returns to the barangay hall, where the fishermen are talking about going to that dangerous place where there are many fish. Where the barangay captain forbids the fishermen to go to the dangerous area, and said that they are breaking the law, but they still insist on what they want because their family will die of hunger. And Abid is one who wants to go to the forbidden area. Because of the suffering of the fishermen, the barangay captain did nothing to stop them from going to the forbidden area. And in the evening, the fishermen together with Abid asked if they would continue going to the dangerous place to fish. Abid said that he will continue because he has a family and he needs to earn money. They had a long discussion until they finally agreed that Abid and other would continue fishing in the dangerous area. The next scene, Abid explains to Nerisa that there are many fishermen who have been going to dangerous places for a long time and nothing happens to them. And Abid promised Nerisa that once he earns a lot of money they will buy their own boat. So Nerisa also agreed for Abid to go to the forbidden area to fish. And in the next scene, Joni is introduced to us, who is a prostitute, who has a customer that she sends home because it is already morning. This is also the time when Abid gave Nerisa a necklace with a picture of Abid, and Abid said, this is the only picture of him, so Nerisa should keep it. And in the evening, Abid continued to go to the prohibited area, despite the government's call not to fish far away, especially in the prohibited area and the sea. While they were at sea, suddenly the sky warned, and said that heavy rain was coming. The next day, While Nerisa was talking to Abed's mother, Segunda, a woman rushed to her and was furious, so Segunda asked the woman's colleague why the woman was angry. And here the barangay captain said that a part of the boat was found floating in the sea, and said that the boat was registered in the barangay, and Nerisa asked where Abed was. And the authorities said that no bodies have been found in the sea. Abed's mother Segunda was nervous, especially Nerisa because Abed was not there yet. So they immediately approached the authorities to investigate and blame the loss of fishermen on foreigners. The problem is they don't have enough evidence. And Nerisa asked if there are people looking for the fishermen, and the authorities answered that there are people looking, but it will take them a long time to search because the sea is too wide. Because of Nerisa's desire to find Abed, Nerisa asks Joni to help her talk to the barangay captain, and she will ask him to help her talk to the Coast Guard. The problem is that the barangay captain is asking for compensation, and what he wants in return is to taste Nerisa's flower. So Joni decides to stop asking the barangay captain for help. The following night, Nerisa asked Joni and Lilette to help again to find Abed in the sea, and while they were in the sea, Joni started to talk about their experiences with men. And here Joni asked Lilette if Michael hasn't eaten Lilette's flower, and Joni said that all men like women's flowers, and Nerisa answered that it's not just all men like a woman flower. While they were looking for Abed in the sea, they were followed by the authorities, because someone reported to them that there was a stolen boat. But because Joni knew someone in the Coast Guard, they were immediately forgiven, and they even got to talk to the Coast Guard official. And when Nerisa entered the official's room, Joni's acquaintance took Joni and brought her to a room, where they did what had to be done. It's a 3-minute scene, and sorry guys, it can't be watched on YouTube what happened on that room. On the other hand, Nerisa would have asked for help from the Coast Guard official. The problem is, the official immediately showed his interest in Nerisa and Nerisa immediately felt it. Nerisa immediately avoided the official when he tried to touch her, and the official asked her if she would do everything to find her husband, while holding Nerisa's necklace with Abed's picture. Nerisa was about to leave the Coast Guard's office, and the official told Nerisa that they were the only ones capable of finding the missing fishermen at sea. And he said that his people will only search when he orders. The official also said that there is a possibility that Abed is still alive and he is just waiting for his rescue, and if he refuses to what he wants, he will find his wife Abed dead. So Nerisa agreed to what the official wanted to do to Nerisa, and the official took advantage of Nerisa. Sorry guys, we can't show the scene, but I can only say one thing. This is the reason why this movie became my favorite. The scene is almost 3 minutes long, so you will definitely enjoy it when you watch this movie. Anyways, after what happened, the official promised that he would help Nerisa to find Abed, but before Nerisa went home to their place, Nerisa's incident at the Coast Guard office became a gossip in their place. Because some Coast Guard personnel told the what happened in office. So this is the reason why Segunda was cruel to Nerisa. Because Lilette became friends with Nerisa, Lilette too, people have a bad view of them. But despite what happened, the bond between the three, Lilette, Nerisa and Joni, became stronger. And in the next scene, Lilette and Michael are talking by the sea, and Lilette says that he is not doing anything bad, and Michael replies that he doesn't believe the gossips he hears. And while they were talking, Lilette saw her older brother Abed coming with the barangay official. And here they found Abed still alive. The meeting between the two husbands was warm and they said they miss each other very much. And that night when Abed and Nerisa were together, Abed said that the official was asking Nerisa to return the necklace that Abed gave to Nerisa. And Abed put the necklace on Nerisa again while they were very angry, and he reminded Nerisa again not to give it to others. And Abed seems to know what happened at the Coast Guard office. And suddenly Abed kissed Nerisa, and here Abed started enjoying his beautiful wife Nerisa, but not like before. Now Abed seems to have no respect for Nerisa. Sorry guys, we can't show the scenes here on YouTube, but I can only say one thing, you will enjoy this scene. They are also make love for about 3 minutes, and even if that's what Abed is doing to Nerisa, it's accepted by Nerisa. The next day, Nerisa was happy because their life was back to normal. And while Lilette and Joni were hanging out on the beach, there were women standing behind Joni and they gossiped. They were talking about Lilette and Joni. But Joni resisted the women who loved to gossip, and here there was a fight between the women. But it ended immediately because Lilette separated them. And in the next scenes, Lilette and Michael meet in the part of the island where there are not many people, and they talk. They talked a lot until they fell for each other, and here Michael started kissing Lilette, and Lilette kissed back, until something happened between them both. This is one of my favorite scenes in this movie. You will really like what you can watch here. Sorry guys, you can't just watch it here on YouTube. Just watch it in the movie. At first, Abed didn't believe in gossip, but soon he discovered the truth about Nerisa when Abed's father confirmed it. So Abed quickly went home, very angry with Nerisa, and asked Nerisa if what her father told her was true. Nerisa immediately confirmed, as she said, she only did it because she wanted to see Abed. But Abed didn't accept what Nerisa said. Instead, he became even more angry. And because of what happened, Abed started drinking more and more alcohol until he was drunk. But even though he is very drunk, his anger towards Nerisa is still not gone. In the following days, Abed's view of Nerisa is not so good anymore. Abed's anger towards Nerisa is still not gone. Because of this, Nerisa tries to talk to Abed and fix their problem, but Abed only gets angrier when he sees Nerisa. And at night, Abed went home with his fisherman friends to drink at home, and he ordered Nerisa to prepare the wine for them to drink, because Nerisa wanted to get rid of Abed's anger towards him. He immediately obeyed its commands. After Nerisa served Abed and his fisherman friends, she went to bed to rest. Abed and his friends had fun drinking that night, until they both got drunk. And in the middle of the night, Abed's friends suddenly went to his house with Nerisa where he was sleeping. And this is where they started exploiting Nerisa. And Nerisa woke up and screamed and asked for help, but no one helped her. He calls Abed but he doesn't answer either. Until one by one they experienced Nerisa's flower. I'm sorry guys, I can't show what happened on YouTube, but I can only say one thing. This is one of the reasons why I like this movie. I'm sure you'll enjoy this scene when you watch the movie. This scene lasted almost 3 minutes. Anyway guys, Abed knew what his friends were doing to his wife Nerisa, but he just let it happen. He is confused with himself. He doesn't know if what he is doing is right. He thought of stopping his friends, but in the end, he didn't continue. He didn't help Nerisa and he just let his friends take advantage of Nerisa. When his two friends finished, they immediately left, and when only one man was exploiting him, this is where she found a knife, and immediately stabbed it into the man, causing the man's death. After it happened, she saw a man who took advantage of her sleeping outside their house. So he quickly got dressed and took the knife from the kitchen. And here she cut the neck of the man who was sleeping drunk outside their house. Until she killed it too. He searched for Abed until morning, and he saw Abed on the seashore sleeping. And because Nerisa was so angry with Abed, she also killed him. And at that same time, Abed's mother, Segunda, went to Abed's house, and here she saw the lifeless bodies of Abed's two fishermen friends. And here he also saw Abed and Nerisa on the beach, and he also saw that his son Abed was dead. Because Nerisa was holding the knife, Segunda immediately thought that Nerisa killed Abed, so she hurriedly called people, and because Nerisa was afraid, she ran away from the place. And here the people found out what happened, so they started looking for Nerisa. And Nerisa immediately went to Joni's house to ask for help, and she helped Nerisa. And because someone saw Nerisa go to Joni's house, people followed her. Nerisa told what happened to Joni, but while telling what happened, people are coming to catch Nerisa. They ran and ran until they reached the seashore. Since the people were about to overtake them, Joni stayed behind to block the people. But Joni can't stop the people chasing Nerisa. And in the following scenes, it was shown that the authorities arrested the barangay captain of the area. Then, it seems that Nerisa go to the sea, and the people didn't follow her anymore. And Lilette told us that no one knows where Nerisa go. As mysterious as his arrival, his departure is also mysterious. Others said, he was also caught. Others said that he was on the other island and changed his name, and that he would bring the bad luck there. Others said, she was killed while running away, but Lilette said, she knows what happened to Nerisa. She said she has returned to her true home, under the sea. Her colleagues have found her, she has found himself. And Lilette told us, now that she will understand, what the sea said. While showing us that Lilette is also leaving the island with her boyfriend Michael going Manila. And that's where the movie ended. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so you can be updated with our new videos. Take care.